Let's see, I have two chats. Namaskar, everybody. Happy Basant Panchami to all. Thank you so much for joining our weekly discourse. Today we have a slightly different format, and so I will, with Seema Anand, who is going to moderate this session today. We have a luminary, Dr. Arun Sharma, who is a natural doctor, who is going to be giving the presentation. So without further ado, let me pass it on to Seema ji. Seema ji, namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you, Shefali ji. Thank you so much. Namaskar, everybody, and welcome to this session. Today's webinar is brought to you by HIU, which is International Hindu University. IHU is an online institution offering courses in Hindu philosophy, spiritual care, yoga education, Ayurvedic studies, and performing arts and more. So as part of our services to our global community, IHU offers free education sessions on several informative and illuminating topics. You are most welcome to attend these weekly Zoom sessions with our friends and family, with your friends and family every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please find out more about us at ihuusa.org. We will give you our link and all the details at the end of the webinar. Now, let me introduce today's speaker, Dr. Arun Sharma, who is personally known to me and my family and many other friends for 20 plus years. And we have benefited from his natural health advices and benefited from them. Dr. Arun Sharma is born in a family of famous nature care practitioners. His father, Professor Ganesh Sharma, was a well-known teacher of nature care, and his grandfather, Acharya Lakshman Sharma ji, is renowned as the father of nature care. Dr. Arun Sharma obtained his doctorate in natural hygiene from Indian Institute of Natural Therapeutic, India. He has served in key positions in several well-known nature cure and yoga institutions in India and abroad. He continues to mentor and support many aspiring educators in this field. Dr. Sharma is a founder of International Institute of Mahayoga and Natural Hygiene, also known as IMANA. Through IMANA, he has conducted many training courses, seminars, national conferences, and workshops on maintaining good health through natural means. He has helped many people suffering from chronic diseases return to normal health without using any medicine. He emphasizes a deep integration among physical, mental, and spiritual health. He was recently honored by the National Institute of Naturopathy in Pune as the Man of the Year for Arun Brahman Chikitsa, that is solar vibration therapy. Dr. Sharma is going to talk about wisdom from Vedanta on natural health sciences today. You will find out more about what, why, and how of the nature cures, which is what is natural health sciences, why is it important, and how can we adopt or adapt the principles of natural health sciences in our daily life. So at the end of each session, we will give an opportunity for everybody to ask questions. For now, I request everybody to please, if you are not, please mute your mic. If you have any questions, either raise your hand or write your questions in a chat box. And we will take your questions accordingly for each session. So Dr. Sharma, please take over. It's up to you now. I think, Sharma ji, you have to unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The source from which we all came is complete. And each one of us, living being, is complete by ourselves. From that complete, when we removed this complete, that complete is also remaining complete. That's the Ishavasya Upanishad's statement, which has been used by the American NASA, Atomic Energy Commission. Everybody has derived this sense from this verse. Why don't we? In the field of health, we have seen so much changes, and it has become multi-trillion-dollar industry, pharmaceutical industry and medical industry. It has become an industry, money-making proposition. Nothing wrong. Okay, make your money. But are we really helping people? That's a question. When we are saying this Ministry of Health, Department of Health, do we teach anything about health to people? If you're a health department, did you do any facilities so that people could improve health, maintain their health, and recover from the lost health? This is a primary question that we have to pose all over the world and see that we are not doing it. We have to focus on health. Health is our most important wealth that we should cherish and preserve all our life. Without health, we cannot enjoy any wealth. The richest man, if he cannot eat whatever he wants, if he cannot walk around, if he cannot run, if he cannot move his limbs, all his wealth is of no use. No matter how much wealth you have, no meaning in all your wealth if you have lost the treasure of health. That's what the song says. No meaning, whatever you have, wealth you have. Na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyake naike amritattva manashu parena nakam nihitam guhaya vibhrajate tatyatayo vishanti Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartha Sannyasa Yogatyataya Shuddha Sattva. People use many ways to reach to the goal of life. First and foremost, we don't have a goal of life, mission. Each one of us has been brought into this world with a mission. We don't know. Oh, it's for Mahatma Gandhi, it is for Abraham Lincoln, it's for this person, that person. We don't need to be them. We have nothing to do. We are just common man. Don't think like that. You are a very important person. God has sent you with a great mission. As soon as you realize that, your life changes. What has that to do with health? Health is wholesomeness. Without a purpose of life, if you keep on trying to make money, trying to make more education, trying to amass your wealth, have more children, all kinds of na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyake naika. Charity, you are doing this and that, nothing helps. God has made you as a special individual, each one of you. Don't forget that. Your birthdays come to remind you about your mission. You are born on this very holy day to do something great in this life. Vishnu Dutt was a great devotee of Mahavishnu. He used to pray morning, afternoon, evening, night, and have never failed to keep chanting. He thought he is getting his goal and he will be going to Vaikuntha, all kinds of things. With all his prayers, with all his efforts to reach Vaikuntha, there was a lesson to be taught. And so one day when he was doing prayer, too much rain was there outside and water started flowing inside. And he was so flabbergasted, he was looking around. By that time, so much water came in and washed out his idols and altar, which he had got washed away. He was looking, oh my, where is my God? Where is my God? The idol is God for him. It got washed away in the flood, and he couldn't find, so much water came into the house. And the water was racing very fast, and he came out, and there was a boatman who was coming there, and he said, come on, let's go. Too much water is coming. He says, no, I can't leave my God. I can't leave my Narayana. He was staying inside. I don't want to make the story long. To say in short, when he died, another person came in a helicopter to rescue him. He didn't go. And he finally died. And because of his prayers, he got the chance to go to Vaikuntha. When he went to Vaikuntha, the gatekeepers allowed him because God was waiting for him. When he went inside, Lord Vishnu was lying down in a bed and resting. Narayana, what is it? You are resting and lying down when the people are suffering so much. Hare Vishnu, that you have come. Have you done anything to help them? Wow, how can I help him? I am a single man. Oh, Vishnu, that I sent 200 people to help you. The moment you start, they would have come and helped you. You didn't even start? What do you mean? I am praying to you all the time. What do you mean you are praying to me here? You have been sent into the world to help others. He didn't know that. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, just by chanting Om Namah Shivaya, just by chanting Allahu Akbar, you don't get anywhere. I have studied this poem of Abu Ben Adam when my 7th grade. At that time, that Abu Ben Adam was never going to mosque. He never did anything, but he was always there wherever help was needed in any house. That's our mission. What has that to do with our health? Our health cannot be completed no matter how much dietetics you follow, how much exercise you do, no matter what you do. The core of the whole thing is you should not have attention to your body. Don't check your body, check your habits. Habits include 5 guidelines. That's the Vedanta Guidelines. All Vedic scriptures have so much information. My grandfather did not know that. He was a great Sanskrit scholar. He was a leading lawyer of his town. And he got sick so badly that he could not do anything about it. And finally, the doctor himself told him, there is no cure for this. You have to keep taking medicine all your life. He got so dejected. Oh my God, all my practices and all my money and all my family, everything is a waste if I can't keep my health. He was ready to commit suicide when he was given a book called New Science of Healing. He read that book, followed the instructions, and he got well. This was by Louis Kuhne, a German author. And in that book, all the instructions given were surprisingly ancient Indian cultural practices. So he was so amazed. Oh my God, why is a German person telling me to take water in sips? We already do Achamana. Are we following all our instructions from the Vedic scriptures? No. That's what here I am to talk about. I am here to tell you that all the guidelines that we need to maintain and cherish and improve our health is there in the Vedanta. And all the animals, all these insects, birds, everybody, they know the principles through their instinct. You don't have to study anything. And that's why we are having to study, because we have been diverted from the normal channel, natural lifestyle, far apart from that. So we have drifted away. We need a teacher, we need a system to bring us back to this track, to understand the laws of nature, the laws of life, and how do we follow that. Simple instructions only helps. If you complicate the whole thing, people cannot follow. That's what this natural health science is about. And we are going to teach the values of natural health science, which is based on the 5 elements of nature, the order of creation that has been given in the Vedanta. And the order of creation is the order of priority for maintaining health and improving health. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharmaji. So this was our first topic. What is natural health sciences? So I see one hand was raised. While we are going to ask the question, does anybody else has any question? Please raise your hand, or you can type in the chat box. I see Sanjeev. Anand, you have one question for Sharmaji?
Yes, Namaskar, Sharmaji. First of all, very nice to have you at the seminar. My question is that Vedant, you are referring to, is there a particular book which tells by its name that it's going to discuss the natural health principle, or is it for somebody to read the whole Vedanta, draw any inferences from there? Thank you.
That's such an excellent question. That's why my grandfather had to spend 30 years of his life to do research on all the Vedantic scriptures. Every verse in the Vedanta is actually for improving health. But how do we translate that? That's why my grandfather had to select verses which directly addresses this issue, and he collected them all and composed into another 1500 Sanskrit verses. Why Sanskrit? I asked him. Why are you making it Sanskrit? Nobody knows Sanskrit. So he said, Sanskrit is a live language which will never die, and we can give translations in different languages to different people. This is a universal language which comes to the heart just by reading this verse. It was so difficult for me to read in the beginning. And then I practiced and it became easier and easier. When you read the verse, the meaning comes to you. Do you know what is called subconscious messages? No, it's not subconscious, it's a subliminal message. Subliminal message is one which you don't understand right away, but it comes to the subconscious mind and registers there, and you start following that. And amazingly, one person used it in advertising cigarettes. And so many people started buying that brand of cigarette. Then the government banned subliminal messages in advertisement. No more subliminal messages. He said, you cannot smoke this cigarette unless ... And what was in the bottom, nobody could read, it was small letters. So in the highway, people saw that message, what you call capital cigarette or something like that. It got registered in them, and then they started buying that cigarette. And when people stopped and read that small message, it says, unless you are the man. Hey, I am the man, I can smoke that. These are subliminal messages. Sanskrit language with good message intentions will reach the subconscious mind, and we will start following it religiously. And that's why he composed 1500 verses in Sanskrit, which has also got translations in Hindi. His book is ready. And then there is also a book where we have done the commentary up to 12 chapters. 9 more chapters have to be completed. I hope to complete it in 1 or 2 months, and that will also be published. It will be available. So you don't have to read all the Vedanta. We are going to start a short-term course, 15 weeks, in which we will compress all the essentials and present it to you as an introductory course. Thank you.
Anyone else in the audience has any question?
I think there is one question you can read in the text.
All right. So there is a question from Binupan. How can we change habits if we don't like fruits and salads?
Yeah, for everything there is an easy method. I started doing fasting. I said, I cannot fast. I have never fasted. So until 10 a.m., I wanted to fast. So let me try the short term. But what happened at 9:30, the clock stopped. Not really, but for me, it looked like it stopped. It's not moving. I'm keeping on watching, it's moving very slowly. And 9:45, it was even slower than before. It's our mental setup. Our mind says, I want it, so that's restlessness. And 9:55, I went and made my milkshake, and 10 o'clock, I started eating it. What am I saying here? It's our mind. If we set a tune, then I postponed it to 12 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Now my mind is not hankering after food. Until 4 o'clock, it's too much time. So many times my wife has to remind me, it's 4:30, come on, break your fast. Like that, you will be able to do everything. If you don't have hunger, you will not enjoy salad. There are so many ways by which you can make your salad very tasty by combining vegetables in the proper manner. And if you combine zucchini and beetroot, it's a very good combination, but don't put the beetroot too much. Beetroot has got to be 1/4 of the zucchini. Like that, there are so many recipes which have been tried. And once you get into that, you can make your own recipe. Thank you.
So I think that answered that question, but there will be more details when we have the detailed seminar on the topics, on the further topics. So Sharmaji, there is another question from Mr. Shri Gupta. There are something like 10,000 named diseases. Can natural therapy address all of them? I think that question might be related to our next topic, that is, why is it important?
Right.
Maybe I can hold that question after that topic, or
I'll give a short answer for that question, and the detailed answer will again begin in the end of second course. The short answer is that we do not diagnose diseases. For us, health and disease are like one thing. There is nothing called disease as an entity. Health alone is an entity, and disease is lower level of health. And just simply by improving health, one disease vanishes. No matter what disease it is, so many thousands of names of the diseases have constantly been increasing. If medicines were to cure, the number of diseases should reduce. This itself is a proof that medicines do not cure. So let us focus on natural health. Health alone is real, like light and darkness. There is nothing called darkness. It's only absence of light or diminution of light. If you bring in light, the darkness vanishes. If you bring in health, disease vanishes. We are going to address this in detail later. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sharmaji. As the name says, natural health sciences, the name says itself. Can you just let us know that the next topic is why is it important in our life?
Thank you. Atma tvam girijamati parijana pranan shariram griham pujate vishayopabhoga rachana stotrani sarvagira sanchara padayo pradakshina vidhi nidra samadhi sthiti yadyat karma karomi taddadakhilam shambho tavaradhanam. Hey Shambho Mahadev, I don't know how to pray. So many people do so many stotras. I don't know all that stotra. Some people go parikrama. I don't know how to do parikrama. Wherever I'm walking, consider this as your parikrama. You are here, you are there, you are there. So where do I go around? So wherever I walk, sanchara padyo pradakshina vidhi. But if I'm walking, I'm doing parikrama to you. Accept that. And whatever I eat is prasadam. If I drink alcohol, I'm taking your charanamrit. If I'm smoking, I'm showing you incense. So whatever I'm doing, it's prayer to you, Shambho Mahadev. Please accept it. So Shankaracharya was explaining this, and people said, oh, this is a great guru. We have to follow him. He says, you can smoke, you can drink, you can do anything. So he goes further to explain But when the consequences of your action comes, at that time also you should say with the same spirit, oh, thank you, God, I spoke so much and you gave me lung cancer. What a beautiful prasadam. If you have the spirit of accepting even the consequences of your action, then you can do anything you want. The sum total of the story is, we are what we have made ourselves to be. Our body, our features, our physical structure, everything is result of our actions. If we have good habits, healthy habits, we will get a beautiful body. There is nothing, no doubt about it. We see that all the health sciences, all the medical sciences, there are so many, Ayurveda, allopathy, homeopathy, Siddha, Unani, and name it, you have so many different systems of healing, medicines. We are not talking about medicines. Nobody is teaching you how to live healthy lifestyle. That's all we are saying. We need to teach people. We are not opposed to any medical science. Let them do, let them flourish. But we are addressing you, each individual who is here listening to us now, that take care of your health the healthy way. You will not need medicines. There are so many situations when you need immediate surgery, you want this and that. Most of the surgical operations are not necessary. We can do without it. There are situations where surgery is necessary. We have to go to them, we have to depend upon them. We don't say close all the hospitals. All that I'm saying is, don't rush for every little thing. There are so many situations where it can be stopped. That's why this natural health science is so valuable to us in today's life more than any other time. In today's life, we have deviated from the natural lifestyle. And that's why we need to bring people back to the senses that they can follow simple things. The guidelines given here is 5. Ample exercise, adequate rest, positive food, positive thinking, combine your skill and passion in an occupation to help others. The underlining is I have to help others. If we don't have a mission to help others, our life is wasted. I've given you the example of stories in earlier. So these 5 guidelines lead us to a healthy life. All our life we will be satisfied and we will die peacefully. So many people who don't die peacefully, they have to be born again to satisfy their wishes or anxieties or dues and credits. We are born with karma, credit balance or debit balance. According to our karma bank, we are all having account in the karma bank. Where is this karma bank? It's in your soul, it's in your life. The life which you had led before has got so many credit balance and debit balance depending upon your actions. What action is good? What action is bad? Every action is good depending upon your thoughts, your determination, the thing that you think is important. Why did Duryodhana go to heaven? He is such a bad character, but he had a mission. He said, these Pandavas have deprived my father of his throne. I must get it back by hook or crook. So whatever he did to his consciousness, he was doing right. So he went to heaven, but he could not stay in heaven for long, but he had to pay for his consequences for doing wrong. He knew he is doing wrong. So many things he did wrong. He insulted Draupadi in the audience. He did so many such things. So he had to pay for that. But what I am here to say is, even if you want to eat pakoras, even if you want to drink coffee, anything, try it. But understand, that's not going to help you. If just your understanding is important. What is more important? What's better for me? Understand that. Then choose whatever you want. But you have to pay the consequence. When I say Atma Tvam Girija Mati Parijana, Girija is a brain. She is telling you, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Om. Ichha Shakti says, when I go to a big, there used to be a big supermarket called Extra. I went with my son, and there was so many basket full of cashew nuts, different cashew nuts, roasted, fried, salted, spiced, and so many different things. Cashew is my weakness. When I see cashew, my hand doesn't wait for my permission. Hand goes like this. They have kept it open for people to try. When I took some cashew, my son, 12-year-old, said, "Papa, we didn't pay for it. You can't eat it." Oh my God, it looked like a slap given to me. A small child telling father not to steal. I wanted to adjust immediately. No, I just want to see whether I can buy this or that. I want to taste it. Will you also taste it? Okay, but tell the counter that you took so many pieces, so you can either pay for it or they can take it away from your stock. I said, okay. I could not show my face anywhere. So just for satisfying him, I bought 50 grams of cashew. We already have cashews in the house. But why am I grabbing this cashew? That's what our passion is. We are just not remembering the rules. No, you should not take it. So when I came to the same store next time, he was not there with me. My hand again reached, and now I paused for some time. Just because your son is not with you, can you think you can do that? Then I said, okay. My wife asked me when I bought the 50 grams, where did you buy this? We already have it. I said, don't ask me now. I will explain to you later. So these are our weaknesses. We tend to go to succumb to our weaknesses. I want that. I want that. Okay, have anything you want, but think about it first. If you refer to the Jnana Shakti, your Ichha Shakti will subside. Kriya Shakti will stop. That's why I said that Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. Refer to the Jnana Shakti. Pause for a moment before you do anything and examine. I'm having so much pain. I want to take the medicine. Pause for a moment. Is the medicine food? Food alone should go into the body to nourish it. And other than food, body revolts. Because some enemy has come in, body stops the cleaning process. Disease is a cleaning process. Disease is initiated by life to bring us back to cleaner and healthier body, healthier mind, healthier spirit. They are all one. Healthy body, mind, and spirit, they are one. So that's what nature, that's why this science is so important for us in this day of life, to bring us back to all that simple knowledge. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. We know about it, but we don't care. We see TV until 11 o'clock or 12:30 and then sleep with the same dreams of whatever we saw in the TV, and we don't have a good rest. And when we wake up late, oh, I'm late, I have to go to my work. I used to work in school. Other teachers used to come with drowsy eyes. By 10:30, say, I'm tired. Now you have come at 8 o'clock and now 10:30 you are tired already. You have a whole day to work. What to do? I was watching a show that series. They say they should not have done this. They should not have done this. In the lounge, the lunch place, they keep on discussing that. They don't discuss health. They don't discuss whatever is good. Our life has become so bad. So it is necessary to bring our attention to a good path, a right path, and that's why natural health science is so essential. In this, even though we don't try to heal anybody, people who have had chronic diseases, problems for many years, they come to us. The diseases are divided into three parts: acute, chronic, and degeneracy diseases. These degeneracy diseases are the ones which are having like so many years of experience in your body. Take medicine for acute diseases, and the acute disease stops, and again it comes, because your body is always trying to bring you back to health. And when it again comes, you take 2 doses now. All my friends used to tease me, oh, aa gaya bhai ghas phoos ka doctor. Ghas phoos ka means herbal doctor. When I come to them, when I talk to them about the use of herbs, use of other things, they will just laugh and they will call me a ghas phoos ka doctor. And they will joke about me. I can't fight with friends. I will accept it. But one day, that friend who used to tease me, his wife called. My husband has got severe headache. Please come and help me. Oh no, he will not follow my system. He calls me ghas phoos ka doctor, so I can't help him. No, he is ready to take any ghas phoos, but he has tried medicine from 1 dose to 12 doses.
Sharma ji, I think we are 10 minutes through the topic. Just wanted to remind you.
There will be a blue line, green line, join as an attendee, then you have to click that and then you will be able to do it. No, when you in that same link, you can see the bottom line, there will be another small green thing, join as an attendee.
I am not getting that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know how to help. Somebody wants to attend and they are not able to attend.
They should, Sharmaji, they should call us. You should just continue with your talk.
Can you call these people?
Coordinators.
The phone numbers, एक बार phone number बोलिए.
954-605-8256.
Got it?
Got it. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye. Okay.
All right. So I think that was the point. We can take a pause. I have a couple of questions here. I think when you were discussing about the diseases, there is a question related to that. Somebody asked the question, can Parkinson disease be cured from naturotherapy?
Yeah. We don't recognize diseases, but there were patients who came with the report that they have Parkinson's. There was one patient who got cured in 1 week. We didn't try to cure his disease, but he got cured because it clicked in the right place, and from then onwards he was going on improving. I wouldn't say he got completely cured. There was one other person who had, schizophrenia, another person who had multiple characteristics. I don't know the names, but so many psychological problems came because originally they were having blood pressure. So when the blood pressure was not so high, they gave blood thinners to thin the blood. And this thinning the blood was not giving sufficient nutrition to the head, to the brain. So the brain malfunction started happening because of the after effect of medicines taken for blood pressure. Each medicine that you take has at least a dozen side effects. When you see the TV advertisement for every medicine, they are supposed to tell you about the side effects. When they are talking about the side effects, they go fast. It may give you headache, it may spoil the kidney, it may spoil your blood pressure, it may even give you death. They go on fast without even listening to that. Some people, you can die, they say, taking this medicine, and you want to take that? So there are so many diseases about which we don't know, but we don't aim to cure a disease. We are only aiming to improve health, and those patients got cured. It's not our fault. Nature does it.
So I think there were a couple of questions. I think your same answer will go for that. How can we cure our fever and cold and our sleep issues and any other issues that we have?
Okay, let me answer that question, because there are acute diseases There is chronic diseases and destructive diseases. Here you are referring to acute diseases. Acute diseases get cured in a jiffy, very quickly. We have to make sure that our elimination is good. In order to improve our elimination, we have an equipment called TONA. TONA is a mini enema can where we send small quantity of water through the rectum into the colon and we cool the colon. Enema is to flush the colon and TONA is to tone up the colon. Small quantity to cool the colon. When you cool the colon, it activates much better than before. And when it becomes active and becomes shrunk and stronger, your elimination process will be much better than before. So initially, some people have to take so many times. But afterwards, if your colon has regained its tone, then you don't need the TONA anymore. It's just to strengthen the tone of the colon. So there are so many ways by doing pranayama, by doing deep breathing. So many problems can be solved immediately by going and lying down in the sunlight. So much of nutrition comes through the sunlight, life comes into you. So there are simple ways of curing or treating chronic acute disease patients. But when you keep taking medicines for a long time, it becomes chronic. That's my answer.
All right, so where can people find this TONA Anima kit that you were referring to? Is it available here
You can go
or
to
is
any
it in
pharmaceutical shops and buy an enema bag, but put small quantity of water instead of large quantity, just 250 milliliters. And there are so many other hydrotherapy applications which can be done without any special equipment in your regular bathtub and things like that. So we will come to those details in the training course. Here, all that I have to say in outline is in the third part, how, there I will cover. Here, why we have to follow this is because this is vital information necessary for our daily life, day-to-day life. Unless we learn the right way, we will be going from disease to more disease and more disease. Here we are from disease to health and to better health and still better health. In our camps, we ask everybody to say this slogan, I am healthy. Why don't you all repeat? I am healthy. I wish to be healthier. I am healthy. I wish to be healthier. I am healthy. I wish to be healthy.
I want to be
That's
healthy.
what we make people say it. And by that, they get into their consciousness that they are healthy. All the names of diseases should be thrown away. Don't imagine, I am diabetic, I am diabetic, I am diabetic. Then you will be diabetic for the rest of your life. I am asthmatic, I am asthmatic, I am arthritic. Don't worry about those names of disease. You have been given a beautiful name by your parents. Use that. And that's what we have to focus. I am healthy. I wish to be healthier. That's all there is to it. Everybody can become healthier. To become
Thank you,
healthy,
Sharmaji. There is
yeah.
Sorry, there is just time for one more question. As we
Yeah.
were talking about using the natural resources like water and air and sunlight. So what is the difference? The question is, what is the difference between Ayurveda and naturotherapy?
Beautiful question. Original Ayurveda was nature cure and nothing else. Later on, in the Ayurveda, you have Yama and Niyama. This is regulated habits of eating, resting, working, everything regulated. When it was regulated, there was no need for medicine. So people were taking these guidelines and they were maintaining good health. So the Ayurveda doctors or scholars did not get any income. They said, what good is it? We are telling them to fast periodically and they are fasting and they are not falling sick. We can't make any money out of this. So slowly they introduced herbs and medicines and it became so complicated. In today's Ayurveda, they are using strychnine, mercury and lead and so many poisonous things. that into the medicine that it has become equal to any other medical system. That's why it was necessary for my grandfather to rejuvenate the health science that has been given in the Shastras, and that has come to be recognized, and it has served purpose of millions of people all over the world. It's not only my grandfather, Dr. Tilden, Dr. Shelton, Dr. Arbuthnot, so many people have from the Western world, they are serving as natural hygienists. There is naturopathy, nature cure, all those names were popular at one time. But now, when I introduced this into the Sharda University, Noida, near Delhi, they said this natural hygiene names is confusing with oral hygiene. So can we suggest a different name? When I suggested natural health science, they said, oh, yes, that's good. So I also like that name. Naturopathy is about pati. Pati means symptoms. Symptomatic cure we don't want to do. And the naturopathy that is popular is come from the Western science. But natural health science is from our Vedic scriptures. Vedanta has so much wisdom that we have to adopt, and we can all benefit no matter which part of the world we are. It's universally applicable to one and all.
So I think this is a good segue to our next topic. How can we adopt the natural therapy or natural health sciences in our day-to-day life?
Yeah, beautiful. We all need the 5 guidelines, ample exercise. That's first. By the sweat of thy brow thou shalt eat, says the Bible. That means you have to work hard and you have to sweat. So much physical labor used to be there in our daily life at one time. We had to pound the rice and we had to grind everything by hand. All those hard work used to be there. Whatever we had to eat, the clothes which we are wearing, we have to do. Handmill was there. Everything was done physical labor. Agriculture, horticulture, everything was physical labor, and we had plenty of physical work to do. We didn't need exercise as a separate regime. Then came yoga to give attention to different parts of the body. Bending, stretching, breathing, associating with breathing, all those things came in. So all these methodologies have been adopted into our daily lifestyle. Looking at rising sun is so useful that a 74-year-old man who was wearing heavy glasses removed his specs in 1 month, just in 1 month, by daily doing sun gazing and eye exercise. It's very important for us. Why should we be dependent upon a glass which is from outside? We can improve our own eyesight. And like that, hearing, breathing, walking, persons cannot sit up, stand up from the chair. And some people need some help to even get up from the chair, leave alone sitting on the floor. He can never do it. Such a lady came and I asked her to breathe in deep, hold the breath and stand up. And she stood up. That's what we do. Pranayama helps in. Like that, how do we adopt these natural principles in our daily life? Every day do pranayama. How to do pranayama is a separate whole session where we teach how to breathe in, hold the breath, breathe out, hold the breath. There is so much information. It's not just eating salad and yes, I've done nature cure. That's not it. It has got plenty of small instructions. Oh, looks like, oh, why is that so important? When you do it, then you know the benefit of it. Walking gracefully. Do we give attention to our walk? When I stand in, when I was standing one day in the Dadar railway station, West Bombay, I was seeing hundreds of people coming down the stairs. From one train they come, another train they go. And the people who are coming down, I was watching. In hundreds of people, there is one person who is smiling and walking beautifully. All others are walking like that, either angry or sad or disappointed or jealous, or their expression was so unpleasant. Very few people, 1 in a million, is healthy. So many people are there, but all of us don't remember to walk gracefully. When you see in fashion shows, some people walk gracefully, that looks beautiful. Why don't we walk daily? Why? I don't need to show off. It's not showing off. A healthy person walks gracefully, automatically, not for showing, but his regular walk, natural walk is graceful. Those are the things we have to adopt. Small principle. How do we improve our health? By adopting so many things. Chew your food. Eat only when you are hungry. So many rules are there. When you chew your food thoroughly, you can never overeat. Eat pakoda if you want. But if you chew thoroughly, with a small quantity, you will say enough. Initially, you wanted to eat so much. But when you are regulating your eating by chewing it, retaining it in the mouth, you get the sense of satisfaction very soon, because you are mixing it with saliva, and saliva converts it into sugar, and then only digestion becomes very easy. Without doing the first introductory digestive process, we cannot digest anything. We'll have pot bellies, and we have so many gases, packets in the body, paining here, paining there, paining different places. All this can be relieved. Do pranayama. When you breathe out and hold the breath, the two lungs are empty, and the gas packets from different places release themselves and come towards the lungs. And so those pains have gone. When you hold the breath after exhaling, the brain cells are tampered, and then new files open up. You have so much information in your brain. You didn't know. You never studied doctorate in this science or that science, but you have all the information in your own brain. Each one of us is bestowed with all the information. So simple techniques, but if you have severe pain in the stomach, wet a towel and wrap it around the abdomen. In 5 minutes or 10 minutes, the pain is gone. How does it happen? Science. When you cool one place, which is very actively working, the heat is taken away, it's contracting, and the pain is gone. Due to heat, distension gives you pain. By cooling it, it contracts, and the pain is gone. We are not putting any medicine. We are not stopping the healing process, but we are just removing the pain without any interference.
So that's good, Sharmaji. I think we have only 4 more minutes left. I think we joined a little bit late, so we can give another 5 minutes if people stay there. I have few questions on when you were saying, and we were discussing how to adopt the natural sciences or nature cure in our day-to-day life. There are a lot of questions on insomnia or sleep apnea. There are like, how can we do that? Like in today's world, Omicron is the major thing. So how natural can help in Omicron, in sleep problems?
First and foremost, we have to accept that nature alone can heal. Even the medicines which is stopping the symptoms is not healing us. We have to first understand and accept. Every doctor knows and they accept that medicines do not cure. Medicine is only for dealing with the symptoms. But if we can deal with the symptoms without medicines, is that better? That's what we have to think. No matter what complicated questions you have, ask yourself, do you want that path or this path? If this is safe, if this is effective, you have to give it a try. There are so many personal questions of people. I have this problem, can I go cure this, can I cure that? Everything can be cured. We are not trying to cure disease. First and foremost, you have to say, I am not here to cure my disease. I am here to learn a healthy, natural way of living so that I can improve my health. If you want to come with that intention, all your disease will say goodbye. And you can write to us, you can give them the link wherever they can address their questions, and we will answer all of them by email or any other means. Then they can also come for personal consultation, and that those services will also be available. But right now, we are focusing on that training courses that we want to start in the International Hindu University in April. We have set a date like second Saturday of the month. We are going to start training courses. Mr. Sri Gupta or Shefali will give you some idea about that. But in the meanwhile, I just wanted to thank the Hindu University for giving us the opportunity. And so many people are waiting to listen to more lectures. Maybe we can organize more lectures at a later time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Sharma ji. I know we have a couple more questions. How to gauge the sunlight if the sun is behind the clouds or behind the mountains? Do we really have to gauge sunlight when sun rises?
Well, even the diffused sunlight is useful because all the plants and trees are growing. Without the sunlight, no life can live in this world. Even a diffused sunlight is useful. Of course, the direct sunlight is more enjoyable. Don't take sunbath when your body gets heated up. It is only for the light of the sun that we take sunbath. So expose your body only as long as it is enjoyable.
So what about the sun gazing?
So many warnings about every step that we are teaching. Don't keep on seeing the sun to tire yourself so much. Watch for sometimes. We usually have a guideline like chant Gayatri Mantra 27 times and keep watching. And the most important thing to do is after the sun gazing, you have to cross your palms and cover your eyes. Palming. Without palming, the benefit of sunlight is not got. Do palming as long as the sunlight is still visible in the eye, bright spot is visible in the eyes. Then when that bright spot vanishes, then take your eyes palming off. So there are so many detailed instructions which has to be learned before you practice this.
Thank you, Sharma ji. Back to Shefali ji, do we need to, I know we are on top of the hour, it's 11 o'clock. Do we have another minute or so that we can give some information to the audience?
Please do. And you can share again. I shared previously, but you can share do you want me to share the screen and we can tell them when
yes, please.
How to continue to be. So first of all, I want to thank Sharma ji for this very exhilarating and informative talk that he had given. He's a luminary. We're very blessed at International Hindu University to have someone like him guide us in leading a more healthy life using the Vedantic principles and also using natural health sciences to improve our lifestyle. We at International Hindu University are collaborating with his organization, Imana, to bring to all of you a certificate course starting on April 9th. So starting on April 9th for 15 weeks, there'll be an introduction to natural health sciences. It will be at a small fee of $100 or $99 in US and 7,500 rupees if it is in India. You can be in touch with us through our website, ihuusa.org. Also, if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to us at discourses@ihuusa.org. We will answer your questions. We will get the answers from Dr. Sharma and pass them on to you. But and then we also going to do another session. This is our February session before our launch of our April course. In March, we will do another session with Sharma ji when we'll go through more details of the course and answer some more questions for you.
Yeah, Shefali, I just wanted to add a line to just
Yes.
what you said. We have been in the past getting so many queries about natural means and Vedanta, and that was the reason we got in touch with Dr. Arun Sharma. Of course, he is an amazing person, and he is I would call him a master and a super expert in this area, and he has helped and healed thousands and thousands of people, both in the United States and India. So that's where we got in touch with him. And he was gracious enough to accept and say, yes, I will teach a course so people can get all the answers that you have. So you listen to him today, and I'm sure there's hundreds of questions. In fact, I have many, many questions. And if you come and join this course, you will get all the knowledge that you need, formally and correctly. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The online kind of course, or is it
Yes, it's online and it's going to be on a weekend. We're still working out the time, but it should be at a time which is convenient to both India and the US. And it'll be in, and the course materials, etc., we will be sending off to you. If you send me your information on the chat box, I will copy all of those emails and make sure that the people who are participating today have it. Right?
Okay,
If you're not already on our mailing list, if you are on our mailing list, you'll get it anyway. But if you're not on our mailing list, please put it on and we'll add you to our mailing list. But this was a phenomenal session. Seemaji, thank you for so adroitly and professionally moderating this session. Sharma ji, aapko bahut bahut pranam. What an auspicious day on Vasant Panchami, the day of Goddess of Learning's birth, that we are doing something which is going to be beneficial to everybody. On behalf of International Hindu University, thank you for joining us today.
I have to thank Sri Gupta ji for introducing me to IHU, and I have to thank Seema ji for helping us on this day. And
My
thank
pleasure.
you, Shivani.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Ji, namaskar.
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 Mahajan here. I don't know if you can see me.
Arey wah, kya baat hai.
I've been, I've heard your whole thing. It was such a fantastic experience. And actually, I just want to take 30 seconds to explain something. One of the things that you mentioned about, somebody asked which is the book for it, and he said that, you know, I had to go through so many books to finally get the information out. And I just want to relate with you what we used to do in 1990 or so, when we used to go to the temple, and after the prayers, we used to read the Sri Suktam and Purush Suktam, Narayan Suktam.
Yes,
And I got
sir.
so interested in knowing where it is. And somebody told me it's in the Vedas. Which Veda? Nobody knew that. So I went and bought all the Vedas. From that time, from 1990, I started reading the Vedas, 2 shlokas per day, because, you know, I just want to read and understand the meaning also. And at that time, Rig Veda was not available. So all these years I've gone through the 3 Vedas. Now I am in Rig Veda, the last mandal. And now I'm arriving at the Purusha Suktam. Can you imagine what a coincidence it is in last, I mean, I'm looking for it for last 30 years. I mean, it was what, 1990 to now, 30 years, right?
Wow.
30 years I've been reading these Vedas, but if somebody was to tell me it is in so-and-so place, so-and-so mandal and so-and-so, I would have just straight away gone over there. So this reinforces what you're saying. There is immense knowledge in our books, in our Vedas, but somebody has to condense that information, that knowledge to one particular section that is of interest to a group of people. Thank you very much for wonderful, wonderful presentation today.
You have been an inspiration, Mahajan ji.
Yeah, he's leading. He's our chairperson for International Hindu University. So thank you, Mahajan ji, for supporting this program so well.
Pleasure always.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Again, namaskaram. Thank you for all the messages you've sent. We'll archive them all and we will be in touch. But look forward to seeing you all at our introductory course on April 9th. And we will have another session with Sharma ji. I will coordinate a date with him, Sri Gupta ji, and I'll coordinate a date with him and be back in touch with all of you. Thank you so much. And Seema ji, bahut bahut namaskar aapko.
Thank you all.
Thank you. With this, I will end. Do you want to say in closing prayer, Sharma ji?
Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutastunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramo Parishadaihi Gayantriyam Samagaha Dhyana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa पश्यन्त्यं योगिनः यशान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः. Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Um,
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Thank you.